Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn and welcome to Pose-Tober on the Photographer Academy, and we're looking at boudoir photography and how you can add different ideas into your session to either spice it up or just to add more variety. So every day on the Academy, we're adding one new image in for you, and you can check up here on our YouTube channel to kind of see the same content, but obviously our members get it ahead of time. But the Pose-Tober series is focused obviously on boudoir photography and their kind of how-to, so I'll explain the poses step by step. We can also look at why to add them in, perhaps into your sessions to add that variety. But I'm sure that during the 31 ideas that we're giving you during the course of the month, you're going to be able to take it away, whether it's classic, creative, different moods and styles, different body shapes. You'll be able to actually add in the different kind of styles, as I said. So the second pose is the reclining pose, or what I often refer to as the classic recliner. And this is where the subject is predominantly laying on their side and they are being kind of supported, balanced, propped up, as it were, by the arm, hand, elbow, which is touching the actual bed itself. So what we're really trying to do is give us a real kind of sexy but relaxing kind of pose, adding the sensuality by kind of bringing down the knee. Let's kind of break the pose down for you. The first things first, as I said, the subject is technically laying almost on their belly and then rolled away from camera position. All the weight is being initially supported by the arm, which is touching the bed or the sofa. And then the second balance point is, in fact, is the top leg knee. So as you can see here, even though it's just in shot on the slide, you can see that her knee is touching the bed. There's a little bit of kind of material in front, which I often use to soften this pose down, especially if I've got a fuller client and they've got more kind of bra and pants rather than a bodysuit, as it were, because it's great to actually disguise the body. Because as we roll the body away from camera position, like you see here, gravity will take hold no matter what, and any fleshy parts will actually start to drop down towards the bed. So by using this front knee here now, the arm and the knee combined are basically the balance points. The leg that you can't see in pose is still slightly bent. Avoid from having anything straight in the actual kind of the posing anyway. But the hidden leg, as it were, is slightly bent, but it is being used more to actually take some of the weight, but it's not a balance point. Then with the head kind of just leaning towards the actual balance arm, allowing the hair to kind of rest towards that position, it will naturally drop down if it's long hair no matter what. But really this pose is finished off with the arm that is on top. With a client that has a great shape, okay, as far as a kind of a definite kind of shape between the waist and the actual bust, or the waist and the buttock, you're going to get that lovely kind of curve going on in there. We want to exaggerate that more. So really the elbow of the arm on top is dropping behind the actual waist, whereas the hand can be used on the buttock, on the top of the hip, or even to actually disguise some of the thigh. For a subject that we need to kind of create shape more, we can actually bring the elbow, the top arm as it were, just laying on top of the actual side of the body, and stretch this hand down, either down the leg more or bring it in front of the body, and that would actually point up towards the resting shoulder, the shoulder then. So you'll create a beautiful shape, as you can see in this image, by just positioning the elbow behind the curve. Whereas if we need to create the curve or disguise the body more, we can actually bring the hand that is usually on the buttock or top of the thigh onto the actual bed or the sofa itself, and that will actually start to give us body shaping. Remember, you can use drapes, sheets or tulle in any way to kind of add extra kind of dynamic and sensuality to this pose, but I really do love the classic recliner. If you'd like to see some more content on the Photographer Academy, simply go over to thephotographeracademy.com, and if it's boudoir photography you're interested in, just scroll onto portrait, then kind of scroll down to Boudoir, click onto that, and you'll see a whole host of different kind of topics for you to actually click onto. And any of the orange banners then takes you to the pages where you can actually follow that through to see more of our content.